What's happening? It's the one and only host of A Perch of Birds bringing you episode number 38 with the hardest dude in the mosh pit. Hardcore Keem joins us today on episode number 38. This monster is a YouTube juggernaut who creates reaction videos of music and music videos of metal bands. He leans a little bit towards the metalcore, but he's not biased towards any metal genre by any means. And the dude also has some taste in a lot of different types of music. You're going to find that out in the cast. Not only is he entertaining, but he's well read or well listened to, whatever you call it, in all things metal, and happens to be a humble mofo. We dish on Keem's rise to YouTube stardom, his videos, his taste in music, his family, and his brand's future. We even have a lightning round of sorts to get the man's opinion on a ton of bands, new, old, well-known, or just starting out. And, he may have given your band a shout out, so look out for that coming up. This is actually a first for APOB, and I think Keem also that this entire podcast had the video captured because we were like over 1,000 miles apart. Dude's based in Florida. We're a New Mexico podcast. So if you'd rather watch the podcast and, of course, listen to it while you're watching it, whatever, you're doing both things, you know what I'm saying, visit our YouTube page by typing A Perch of Birds into the search bar. We're not big enough to get our own URL, of course, so you type in A Perch of Birds, hit subscribe, and hit play, because I love your whole motherfucking faces. Of course, this whole podcast is interviewing a YouTube star, so check out the man Hardcore Keem. That's HARDCORE, next word, KEEM. That's his page for all of his reaction videos that we talk about. These are what made him famous, and then we talk about that on the podcast. And he also has this podcast video published on his page as well. So make sure you subscribe, check everything out that he's got on there, put some comments, all of the above. Support your local music scene, no matter the genre, metal or not. We're not biased here. Follow my man Keem on Facebook at facebook.com/Hardcore Keem, on Twitter at Hardcore Keem, Insta at Hardcore Keem. Follow everything A Perch of Birds is doing at facebook.com/APOB Media. And we're on Instagram at A Perch of Birds Media. And of course, to catch every podcast, all the ones dating all the way back to November of 2017. We've been at it a while. No matter what, our site is aperchofbirds.com. All right, guys, thank you so much for jumping on this one. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. Cheers. We got Hardcore Keem on A Perch of Birds podcast. How you doing? This guy's a YouTube sensation over here. This guy is blowing up with his reaction videos, and I think that there's not many people that are like metalcore is, what do you call it? Like, it's niche, I guess. It's kind of niche, you know what I mean? And I feel like you're one of these people that's kind of making it a little more mainstream, you know what I mean? And you're not doing it like in a super edgy way. You're doing it like humor and with like some straightforward. Like people are entertained by your videos, but just like, let's talk about me, bro. Like I found like, I don't know, 8 or 9 bands I've never even fucking heard just through your videos. So you're like a platform, you know what I mean? Like for this day and age, and there's not many cats that are like that, dude. So I guess one of the first questions I want to ask you, dude, is like, what got you into this? Like, let's open this pit up, right? And what got you into doing YouTube reaction videos, Doug?
Hyping me up. Hey. It was back last June. So I already had like a Facebook page, Hardcore Keem, but I wasn't doing reactions then. I was doing, it was weird. I was doing like, I would just go out in public and mosh. Yeah. And that was my thing.
Really?
So like if you go on my page, like if you scroll all the way down, you can see it. I was doing like skits and stuff like that, which are still on. I'm not going to take them down. But I'm going to go back to that. But, and then I was like, I like music. And I was like, but I was always scared to do like a reaction channel because I was like, hey, what is people going to think? And I was like, who cares? And so my first one was Fit for a King. I think it was Backbreaker. And then people liked that. And I was like, all right. So I didn't start actually meming bands until December. of
Wow.
last year.
But that's
Yeah.
not even that long ago at all, dude. So you've kind of
No, it's
been
not
blowing
long at
up.
all. Yeah, so it's not long ago at all. People act like I've been doing this forever. Nope, I just started.
That's awesome, though. Well, and I noticed you got more comfortable with it because you were, and tell me if I'm wrong, but like you were wearing like sunglasses and it looked like you were trying to kind of warm up to the fact of like being right in front of the camera. Am I right on that? Because it seems like now you're all about it, bro. And the earlier
Yeah.
ones, it seemed like you were trying like peeking out. You weren't sure if it was, people were going to get into it. But I feel like it's nothing but love, man. Like everybody loves your stuff, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Because at first, I was going to be like one of those guys who never showed his eyes, and I was like, for what? And
Right.
I was like, they can see who I am. Like, who
Right.
cares?
Right. Who cares, man? That's awesome. So you're soon to be a father. Congratulations on that, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep. July 15th. July 15th.
Maybe it'll land near the 28th, bro, because that's mine. It's going to happen, Doug. I know it's going to happen.
Oh.
I know mama probably doesn't want to hold on to that baby any longer than she has to, though.
She wants it out already. It's crazy.
That's awesome, man. So what does she think of the medal? I saw that video that you guys did with, I think it was Entombed in the Abyss, and she jumped on with you, which is huge. Give her shout out for me, man, on that, because that's awesome. My wife's not big on metal either. But like, what is her opinion on this? And now that I know that it's happened so fast, like, how does she feel about this?
Okay, so at first she was like, "Why the heck do you do it?" And she thought it was but now that she was seeing that, oh, people actually like your stuff, she's acceptable. Like, she never liked metal, so she doesn't like metal at all. But when I was in a band, she actually liked some of my stuff, which is pretty cool. So like, she doesn't necessarily hate it, but she tolerates it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Well, I mean, that's the only way you're going to be successful in this, bro, because if you do start moving along, like really moving along with the success, and I'll get to that later, like the Diamond Noise Agency stuff. Like I feel like you're gonna have to have her kind of in co-pilot seat in order to make something like that happen, especially with YouTube. I mean, it very quickly can become a business, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's get right into the music, dude. So what's your favorite metal band of all time? You listen to a lot of different stuff. A lot of it leans towards hardcore, but I've seen you move around with like the different genres within metal. But like, what's your favorite metal band?
Oof. So my favorite metal band of all time, I would have to say the band that actually got me into metal, and that would be The Devil Wears Prada. Absolutely.
No shit. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first time I heard from them was Still Fly. It was 2008.
Yeah. That's dude, the Punk Goes Pop album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. That was bad as hell. That's cool.
They was just untouchable. Like, the Roots album was just so untouchable for its time. It was way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And then they dropped the Zombie EP, which blew my mind away. So they'll always have the number one spot for me.
So be honest with me, bro. Were you rocking like the tight pants and doing the skinny jeans, man? Was that the style when it was moving around, bro?
Absolutely. It was weird being a black guy who wear like skinny jeans and like the shirts that had all these monsters and crazy faces on it.
Yeah.
But, man, I did not care. I rocked it, man.
Right. Well, hey, for a minute there, I think Lil Wayne was all about the tight pants, man. So it wasn't, it still had style to it, bro. The more colorful they were, the better. I think I won't lie to you. Like I was a Jinko kind of, not Jinkos, but I don't know if you guys where you're at had Old Navy back in the day. I used to have Old Navy, not Old Navy. Fuck, what am I thinking of? It was it was some store that's not around anymore. It's not Old Navy. They used to just sell like these baggy pants. They weren't Jinko size, right? But they were like, and that was like the Deftones thing, like when Deftones was doing the baggy pants. I want to say it was the Blue Anchor or some shit like that. Do I have that wrong? It was some clothing store, but that like they sold the fuck out of those, bro. But that was like my era. I wore the baggier pants, the better. Not like Jinko size, but like they were sizable, bro. But I had gotten a couple of the tight pants, and I couldn't even fucking squat, bro. So I give you credit on that, man. That's awesome. So what's the most hated metal band, current, past? What's the one that you just can't stand? They say they're metal, but they're really not. And if you're nervous, bro, this is a safe place. You can.
Oh, nervous. Listen, I speak my mind. If I don't like something, I don't like something. That's straight up. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna cookie cut something. So everyone loves Architects. I do not like Architects.
Really?
At all. Yeah.
Okay.
I think me personally, I just think they're like overrated and like it's just it's not for me.
Not for you. I think the ones that are like the really glammed up metal bands that are just a lot of like I don't know, like they're a lot of like stage tomfoolery rather than they are musicians. I think that kind of shit bothers me. Yeah.
Like Blood on the Dance Floor, Black Veil Brides, all that stuff. Yeah, no, like
Exactly. Yeah, dude. But if you notice, those guys kind of burn out too. You know what I mean? Like, even though like people can talk shit about heavy metal like Suicide and like Carnifex, but they're still going, bro. You know what I mean? Even though their stage presence isn't like this explosive fucking, you know, all this $1 million of stage shit. Oh, now I'm sure they are, but you know what I mean? Like, it just, the music itself speaks to you know, the efficacy of fucking Future, because metal's all about the people that like, if I can get an emotional pull from that music, that's what gets me in the pit, bro. That's what makes me fucking lose my mind. Like, hand my wife my hat and my wallet and shit and jump in, bro. You know.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
So, all right. So when it comes to metal bands, I think that, and I'm going to be talking out of my ass a little bit, honestly, and just for everybody listening, I'm not throwing any hate anywhere, but I feel like just because of social media in the last 10 years, and then also the way that we can watch videos on YouTube and shit, I think that female-fronted metal bands and females in metal bands have become more of a thing. And I don't know if that's just because now there's more of a platform to discover female-fronted bands, but is there a female vocalist-fronted band that you like more than others, and why, if you do?
Well, the first female band, fronted band I actually heard was I Roasted the Bear Ones. And I was like, that's insane. She's killing the game right now. Like, oh my, there's one song, it's the Cat's Pajamas. I was her range is insane.
Right.
So, it'll have to be, I don't even know if they're still a band, but there's this other band that I recently listened to. What was it? Think it was Apotheca.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those guys.
Yeah, they're
badass. Yeah. I'm writing this down. I'm like, whatever Keem brings up, I'm gonna make a list of fucking music over here, bro. You're my dude. I'm filling my phone up. My bad. Go ahead.
And the Anchor, and absolutely the Anchor.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're dope. I actually, but before you even interviewed them, I used to watch the Metal Kitchen all the time, and I was like, I'm putting two to two together, and I was like, it all makes sense now.
Right.
Dude, her vocals are sick.
Bro, I heard, I was at work, dude. I work in IT, so I'm fucking like in a computer all day. And I saw this news thing pop up, and it was like talking about the Metal Kitchen, and it was like some news outlet had picked them up. And the first thing I did is I was like, does she have a band? Does she have a band? Does she have a band? And I kept looking, and it was right before they started to really pop off. But I think that they caught wind that her being so viral, because I kind of talked about that in the interview, that her being so viral was like a launching pad for them to become fucking like huge like they are now. You know what I mean? Because granted, they're not even a quarter of the way to as high up as I think they're going to be able to get before, you know, because there is still a lot more there's so much that she can do, because like you said, like with I Wrestled a Bear Once, with that particular singer for Cat's Pajamas, because that was Krista Cameron Sutterth, and her singing stuff I think is what brought in, because even my wife will listen to that version of I Wrestled a Bear Once. You know what I mean? Because there's still those, and I think that now Lindsay from the Anchor is starting to really fucking move into that direction, because, you know, of course they get better as time goes on, but now they're being given like studio time, and eventually I'm sure they don't have to fucking work, and they're gonna just start, you know, crafting fucking gold albums left and right, bro. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Chasing the dream,
dude. I'd love to be in that. So you said you were in a band. So you're not in a band now?
No, not in a band now.
Okay.
We was what's crack? We was in a band. It was me, my brother, and three of my other friends. My old band, More Than You Could Bear. We started in 2013.
Okay.
I was the vocalist of it. We was doing a little good, you know, but then we just like, all right.
Is this Googleable stuff? Could I find this online?
Yeah, you can find it online.
What was it called again?
More Than You Can Bear.
Typing the shit right now. That's awesome, bro. Well, no, I think I've seen you do a little bit of this and that, messing around in your videos, bro. So I was like, man, this guy's got to have something that he's not telling us. Is there any plans to fuck around with that in the future? Or are you just like, you're just kind of starting to move into doing the more of the YouTube stuff and following other bands? Like, what's the plan on that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do plan to get back on the music thing. I don't know if it'll be like an actual band or just like a studio thing, but I definitely plan to get back into music. Definitely.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I think it's interesting to see somebody that's a musician like that, because I used to be a vocalist also, and I talk about this in like a bunch of my podcasts, so I'm not going to bore people that I listen to, but I was a vocalist, bro, and it took me a while to figure out how to scream without losing my voice. And then once I figured that out, like it became like, how do you keep a fucking band together? So you talking about studio, it's like worse than like dating a chick, bro, because you got like 5 dudes, 4 dudes, whatever, and everybody's got issues and shit, and like you could make this mean fucking perfect sound coming out. But to just get people together for shows and for practices, sometimes you're pulling your fucking hair out, bro.
Oh man.
And I'm sure with family, bro, it's even harder.
yeah, definitely. Oh man.
So okay, so you listen to a lot of metal, bro. You got kind of some favorites that come out. What types of music do you listen to outside of metal? Like, is there anything that you've got on that you jam out to? Do you listen to any hip hop? Do you listen to any fucking country? I don't know.
Absolutely, yeah. I listen to hip hop. I've been listening to YNW Melly lately. Murder on My Mind. I've been blamming that. I've been blamming. So who else? The Jonas Brothers that just dropped an album. I mean, not album, a single. Like,
is it badass? Yeah.
Well, when I was younger and the Jonas Brothers came out, I was like, everybody hated them. I'm like, this actually slaps. Like, it's actually really good. Like, you can't. It's like Justin Bieber. You know he's good, but you just want to always deny it. You know what I mean?
You want to hate in front of your friends.
Exactly. But they're like one of my guilty pleasure bands. But yeah, I listen to rap and everything.
That's awesome, bro. Yeah, I do too. I think I was just listening to Anderson.Paak's new album, bro. His Oxnard. Because I listened to a Mark Maron podcast with Anderson .Paak, bro, and it was just interesting to hear his story, you know. And then he's got such a fucking different sound to him across the board. Like, there's nobody that sounds like that dude right now.
Who is that? Who? Anderson .Paak?
Yeah. You haven't heard Anderson .Paak? Oh man, you're gonna like that guy. It's weird. He's Anderson.Paak, and it's Paak. I think he's half black, half Korean, but you almost don't really catch. It's all hip hop, and he comes from like a religious background. So he learned how to play drums in church, and then he became kind of like big on his own. But he's a drummer, so if you listen to him, there's a band behind like a hip hop group, there's just nothing like that right now. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Yeah. I'm gonna search him out. What's a good song?
Come Down. That's like their biggest hit. Come Down and then Bubbling. Those are like the hits, but you'll like Come Down. It's just, it pops. He even did an NPR Tiny Desk kind of thing. I don't know if you ever watched those NPR Tiny Desk concerts they do on YouTube?
Is it like Audio Tree where they're like, it's like a studio?
Sort of.
Like in the studio?
Oh, dude. Like, do you listen to Run the Jewels at all with Big Mike? Okay. Yeah. So that's one of the best ones I think to start off with. But if you look up NPR Tiny Desk concerts on YouTube and then just do the Run the Jewels concert, it's just like raw, like them right there. They even had Mac Miller on there like right before he died or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And he did like this cool like band behind him and like some chorus singers, like just really interesting. I was trying to think like who would be a bomb ass metal band to put there, but it's hard to reproduce that in a tiny little fucking
tiny little space. Yeah.
Yes. People be raging, knocking books down and shit, you know. So you're I think just your presence is amazing, bro. Even just talking to you here, man. Like I love talking to you. What is your favorite video that you've done? And like, did it take time for you to get comfortable with yourself doing these kinds of videos? Because it's really like, you know, I see that it's genuine when you react to these videos. Like if it doesn't explode, like the Disturbed, what was that Disturbed one?
Sound of Silence.
Right. Like you weren't just trying to monkey up and jump around, like, you know, goofy the video up. Like you were legitimately like, you know, trying to pay attention and give the feedback. Then in the exact, you know, opposite of that, we watch one of these other videos and you're just losing your mind, bro. So like, what's your favorite one you've done so far?
I would say my favorite one, because it was so perfectly timed that people think it was so fake. I don't know if you see my Body Snatcher one.
No, I got to check that one out. I've watched a bunch of them, but I don't think I watched that one. I did see it up there.
It's my Body Snatcher one. Okay, so before I recorded the video, I was so hungry. So I was like, you know what, let me put some tater tots. So I started the oven. Everything was in, but I forgot the tater tots were in there. And then I started recording. And right when the breakdown hit, my stove went off. No. And I was like, and that's where, I don't know if you see my new merch. It said my tots. And I was like, my tots! And so I had got it, and as soon as it hit, I threw the tots, which my wife was mad at me for. So, but I threw the tots, and I just started going ham, and that was one of my top videos ever.
Yeah, hell yeah! It's got like 2,500 views, bro.
Yeah,
I think I sorted by because like you're for just being on that for that long, bro. Like your biggest one is fucking come on, internet, you motherfucker. I think it's sort by most popular. Bitch, which one was the? See, and then now my fucking internet doesn't want to work. Just for everybody listening, me and this dude struggled. Like we had to battle some fucking demons to get this fucking interview on. Like we tried like 5 times, bro, before we finally got it to go. Most popular. Here we go. Yeah. So you disturb the sound of silence. That's the biggest one, bro. And then Ginger, 26,000, but that shit's never right, bro. YouTube's fucking, they're lying, bro. So I see you. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
I know the Sound of Silence is my most viewed one, but I get the most hate on that one. It's so funny. Like I love it.
Why?
Because they'd be like, "Oh, you got glasses on? Maybe you should take the glasses off so we can see your emotions." What?
Right. Like what are you missing there? I mean, you're supposed to cry, bro? Like it's fucking Disturbed. So what did you think about old school Disturbed, bro? Like were you into the Disturbed back in the day? Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah.
My favorite song from them will always be either Stricken or Into the Fire.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, Disturbed hits. It hits so differently when you listen to it.
Right.
Because they was out for vengeance, man.
Well, that's like Mudvayne at the same time, bro. Mudvayne was like, they were a whole different creature, bro, before they got all soft and shit. Like, I always talk about this with metal bands, like Lamb of God even, bro. Like, when they start making money and they get successful, they just cool off, bro. It's like, what do you have to be mad about? You can't be mad anymore, bro. You know what I mean? Like, the struggle is real. Your music is going to reflect that. You know what I mean?
Man, that's a whole different other conversation of bands. They start off with a sound and then they kind of want to go mainstream, which is like why, you know? And then most people be like, "Oh, they're growing." No, they're not. They're just doing it for them.
Right. Nobody's gonna say no to money, bro. I get that. You know what I mean? But it's like when you want to come out and you're headlining, like if Lamb of God headlines a show, it's tough for me to even go anymore. Love you, Lamb of God, but I've got so many other bands that'll come that are just blowing up, and it's like, fuck, man, I've only got so much money in the wallet. You know what I mean? So where are you based out of, man? Like, what's a venue down there? Do you guys have a lot of metal that like bands that tour through where you're at?
Absolutely. The one I'm closest to, I'm in Florida, so it's Soundbar. So a lot of like big acts go to Soundbar, and then if not Soundbar, they'll go to the Orpheum in Tampa. So
I've heard of the Orpheum.
Yeah,
that's badass, man. So when you guys when you put these videos together, how are you choosing the bands to go? Do people hit you up? They're like, "Yo, this band."
Yeah. Okay, so my inbox, my Hardcore Keem inbox, and some of my personal inbox is like flooded. Like every 5 minutes, "Hey, can you check out my band? Hey, can you check out my band?" I'm like,
maybe.
I'm like, yeah, or I'll be like, "Hey, you know, like, hey, it's a long list, but you know, I'll check you out."
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So, I mean, do you usually look, because it looks like you go for ones that actually have YouTube videos, you know what I mean, instead of just the audio or whatever, because some bands can't even get that far early on or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I try to go for a music video, but if I listen to the first 5 seconds and it doesn't even have a video, I'll still put it up, you know what I mean? Because most people, they don't watch for the video, they watch for me.
Right.
So if they see me going ham to it, they're like, all right, let me check that song out.
Yeah. Like when you grab Batman the dog, bro, it's fucking solid gold, dude. Poor Batman, dude. But I'm sure he's a metalhead by now, bro. He has to be.
Oh yeah, he is. He has to be right now. I'm playing it all the time, and he just sits there like he doesn't like. At first, he was like, "What's going on?" But now he's like, "All right, he's doing it again."
I got it. I'll roll with it. He says. So okay, so you kind of pick and choose just on personal taste because you're getting spammed so much. Like, so what got you into metal? Like, what? I mean, we talked about one of your favorite bands, but like, what was did you just have an album put on for you one day and you were just like, oh shit, what is this madness? Is that kind of what got you into it in your younger days? Because I think what I listened to, my first shit was, I think like Static X, bro. You know what I mean? Like that was probably some of the earlier stuff. Yeah, bro. And it was like, Static X and Seven Dust. Have you ever heard of Seven Dust?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Okay. So that was my first metal show, and I was fucking hooked. Mosh pit, bro. I was like, I couldn't hear. My face was bruised. My back was bruised, bro. And that was it. Like, it kicked me off, bro. Like, so what was the first shit that got you into metal, if you can remember?
So the first thing that got me into metal, it was Linkin Park.
Yeah,
so
dude.
It was like that. It wasn't real like metal, but it was like it was the first time I ever heard of like a hybrid of like rock and rap, and I was like, what is this? And then I listened to more of the stuff, and I was like, this is sick. I was like, I like this music.
Yeah.
So they was the first, I would say, pioneer band that got me into like the metal, the rock metal aspect.
Right.
And then we said that you just want to say the Jay-Z.
Yeah, dude, that was fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Nothing like it since, dude. Nothing
like it. Oh man. No, first show I've been to, it was, who was it? 2009. It was August Burns Red, Texas in July. They came to House of Blues. Now listen, I'd never been to a show, so seeing people mosh, I was like, what is everyone doing? And I got caught in the middle of it. So I'm like, all right, I guess we're fighting. So I started punching people. And then my friend had grabbed me up. He's like, yo, this is moshing. And I was like, what the heck is moshing? Form of art. I'm like, what?
Right? Like, I don't understand. Yeah, I've had and this was a section I wanted to get into with you, bro, because I've got to ask, and it's because in New Mexico, where I'm at, in Albuquerque, there's a couple venues that typically come up with like the harder metal, and they're smaller venues, Sunshine Theater, Launchpad, and there's a few other ones that are like it, but these ones are where you get a lot of the like more mainstream metal comes through. But do you guys have this issue, and I don't even know if it's an issue, but two different camps where there's the hardcore dancers and the moshers? Do you guys have that kind of thing going on where they'll almost fight each other? Because the hardcore guys, they do the hardcore dancing, they do the spinning and the flipping and the fist going, and it's and a mosh guy, like you just said, you're not allowed to not allowed, but fucking, you're not supposed to like be just straight socking people and kicking in the face and shit like that, or you'll get into a fight, right? So talk to me, how does it work down there?
Okay, so how it works is there's like the pitters, well, the moshers, and then there's like the people who hardcore dance who like do the two-step.
Yeah.
So most people down here don't like crowd killing because, they'll like complain and everything, which, essentially I get it. Why would you aim at somebody?
Right.
So someone typically does get knocked out, like from there. But at the end of the day, they're like, all right, I'm sorry. There's a divide, but at the end of the day, everyone's friends.
Everybody gets along. That's kind of how it is down here. I mean, bro, it's hard because like there's times when the pits will break out and the hardcore guys are trying to do their thing, and you'll see people just punking them over and over in the pit. Like, dude will aim at him and just rush him, bop, and just knock him down. Dude gets up and it's like, whoa. But I'll tell you what, the hardcore dudes, I don't know what it is. Those fuckers lift weights, bro. They're usually some ripped motherfuckers. Those
it's like they do all of this just to come to a show and be like, yeah, you know what?
Nah, dude, I've seen a guy that comes to a few of the shows, and he's like an older cat, and this dude will literally wear a mouthpiece. I'm like, you're just asking for trouble, bro. Why are you wearing a mouthpiece? You're scaring me right now, bro. No, you stay over there.
Expecting to get hit.
Right.
Oh man.
So have you ever watched like in Europe how they do the slam dancing? Like where they're not really allowed to fucking mosh. You ever seen that shit where they just jump up and down and then kind of like slam into each other? Like they just kind of do like this. Yeah, bro. I want to say it's probably less so now, but like in the let's see, the USSR, like the Soviet era for Russia, they fucking weren't allowed to do that shit. And like they would go to like Metallica shows when Metallica played like one big show there, and you see the whole crowd just at once, bro, like this beautiful hop. And then like it started to get into this more like brutal, like, let me just shoulder check, while I'm doing this fucking jump, and like you'd see the police standing around just rubber batoning them in the head and shit when they'd get too rowdy, bro. Like it was ridiculous. But I've been told that was like kind of what gave birth to like modern moshing. And maybe I should know these things, but like I feel like that would be something to try to bring back, like you're not allowed to hardcore dance, you're not allowed to mosh. You just slam dance, motherfuckers.
Everybody just jump at once.
Because when you get the crowd jumping like that, that's gangster at the shows, bro. Like when you can get everybody, get up, and the whole crowd will jump. But usually that ends up blending into just people throwing elbows and shit, shoulder checking.
Mostly, yeah.
So that intro, bro. Talk to me about that intro, because you're throwing some crazy dances and shit, bro. That's nasty. You're going through a barber shop and like the park and shit. You even got cowboy boots on. I'm proud of all of it.
All right, so the intro, it was going back to what I did before I did my reaction and stuff like that. Well, I'll just go out in public and mosh. So yeah. I just took a section out of each one and put it all together, and I was like, this is gonna sell. I was like, this is gonna get people, because if you don't captivate somebody in the first 30 seconds, they're gonna click off the video.
No, that's true. No, you're right, and I think you have the perfect music for it too, because it really just shows that you're not fucking around, bro. Like you're about to get some shit in your face, bro.
Oh man.
So do you follow any other reaction folks, bro? I'm not trying to sell on nobody else, but is there anybody else that like you collab with and shit like that or talk to?
Absolutely. Shout out to FYM Reacts. He's a guy in the UK. His content's great. He's funny. This guy is funny, and I love his accent. I also listen to A&B Reacts. It's like two people doing reactions. Who else? Logan Reacts. Well, I did watch Truant, but he never posts anything.
Really? Is this the dude that's got the red beard, or do I have the wrong guy? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So
is he out of the game now?
I have no idea. He just went ghost.
Damn, because he did an anchor video, I thought, not too long ago. Fuck, man. I know. I'm just curious because like I'm finding more bands through you guys than I know down here, because like the metal scene is strong for the people that are into it, but we just don't have a big enough music scene, down here in Albuquerque for it. I just interviewed a band named Polyhedra, and they just put out their EP. It's there's like 10 bands named the same fucking thing, but they're the only ones that are doing like deathcore. So like their music is fucking ill, bro. But it's hard to even find them because like you go onto like Spotify and you go to look them up, but they're
like 10 of them.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put one of their. It's gonna release before this podcast, so if you want to check them out, and I'm not saying, but if you want to do a react, bro, they're fucking killing it. But they're definitely one of the few like up and comers that I've seen come out of Albuquerque that are going the whole gamut to fucking put out an album. You know what I mean? So like some cats are badass. Like you go to this live show, you're like, yo, where's the album? We're working on it, dog. Like no, you're not, bro. You know what I mean? It's cool to see somebody go the full regalia. And they get their whole shit together. But they remind me of a band. Did you ever hear Black Rose Burial? They're based out of California.
Black Rose Burial. No.
You got to check them out. They're an avant-garde metalcore band, bro. A Black Rose Burial. So these guys still play live shows, and they put out an EP on fucking MySpace back in the day. MySpace. I said it.
Whoa.
But they, like in the Winds of Plague early days and shit like that, dude, when things were breaking out. Yeah, dude, and then they started to pop off. But it's interesting to me to see like through these React guys, like even the ones you named. I'm gonna go check them out now. But I'll find all kinds of bands, bro. Like I filled my phone up just going through your damn page, bro. So like I said, like you're one of the platforms nowadays, bro.
Oh, it's not. Hey, appreciate it. It's weird. Bro. It's weird at the same time. I'd be like, yo, you're doing really good. I'm like, thank you. I'm like, you don't know what to say. It's like, I tried. Thank you. Like,
right. You're just doing you, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I covered fucking moshing versus hardcore dancing. So do you lean towards hardcore music when you're searching out bands, or do you give a fuck? Like, do you listen to like just the baddest music? You don't give a fuck what the genre is?
I really don't. Well, I do lean towards hardcore music, but yo, I can slap some pop. Man, if it makes me groove, like it hits. Like I'm like, all right, because like Magnolia Park. I don't know if you heard of them. They're from Florida. Shout out Magnolia Park.
Putting them down now too, see?
Heck yeah. They have one of the illest choruses of 2019.
Really?
Yes. Magnolia Park, the song is Desperate. Oh my, it's slap.
Fucking Keem said it. I'm gonna fucking go with it, dog. It's happening.
Hardcore Keem approval.
Right. That's badass, bro. The recommended. Do you have like a Spotify playlist or anything like that you built?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I got a Spotify playlist. I think, but it's not under Hardcore Keem. It's under Akeem Bivens.
It don't matter. Well, if you can send that to me, bro, I'll stick that in the show notes. That way, if anybody wants to find it, I also got your Facebook, your Instagram, and your Big Cartel. Hook my boy up with some purchases. I got you, Doc. So you're blowing up, and the way that I found you actually was through Diamond Noise Agency talking about picking you up, bro. So what's that all about? Diamond Noise Agency is they're what, a social media thing? I don't even know what the fuck they do, but I know the anchor's under them now somehow.
Yeah, it's like a management.
Okay.
Shout out to Sam.
Okay.
He had reached out to me and he was like, "Yo, let's link up." And I was like, "Let's do it." Yo, he's awesome. Like, he's straight to the point. He helps me out. He's like, he keeps like, what I like about Sam is he tells me how it is, and like that's what I really need in like management. So he tells me, and then we're like planning for like to go to events and stuff like that.
Where can people find you, bro? You got anything that you can talk about yet? Anything on the books?
No, nothing on the books right now.
Okay.
Right now, just making my content and building my brand.
Nice. So you're gonna be like emceeing for bands that tour or something like that? I mean, is that the idea? Have you come out and do a little?
That would actually, I wouldn't mind that. Like, I don't know how that would work, but I wouldn't mind that. That'd be dope.
That'd be cool, bro. Be like, how y'all doing? I'm Keem.
Right? Be like, I know you guys are waiting for them to come out, but let me tell you a couple of jokes.
We dropped some shit on you. Let me show you how to properly hardcore dance. Don't be fucking up. You watch me now.
Oh, that, yeah.
So, all right. So I'm gonna throw a couple bands at you, and I want to see like a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And if I get a thumbs up for all of these, I don't care, bro. And you can just tell me, like, you can't throw bad shit at me. All right. So Rings of Saturn.
Damn. Okay.
Got a thinker already? Fuck.
No. Okay, so Rings of Saturn is good. Rings of Saturn is good.
Okay. You can open up on that if you want, dog. It doesn't have to be lightning round.
Oh no, it's like Rings of Saturn is. I've heard some things about Rings of Saturn, but they're good. Their music, if I didn't hear those things, then yeah, their music slaps. Like, I have all their albums on my phone. Their music definitely slaps.
Right.
So.
Dude, I can't stop rotating the fucking albums into my phone, bro. They're just so, like, I run a lot, bro, and so, like, when I run, I'll just have shit like that, and I'll just keep turning it up, bro, and I have a heart rate monitor. That motherfucker's like, you know.
Yeah, man. Oh,
okay. Winds of Plague.
Oh,
hell yeah.
What? They're pioneers. They did that. They did that. Oh, right. They're so heavy.
As Blood Runs Black.
Absolutely, of course. What?
Fuck yeah.
What?
I know. I had to throw it out there.
No brainer.
Let's see. All right. So, Oceano.
My boy Adam. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Now, I don't know if you covered these guys. I don't think you did, but I might have found these guys recently. Have you heard of the Floor's Embrace?
Mm-mm.
You got to write them down, bro. I think you dig their shit. They're they're fresh. They're fresh. They only put out, I think they've only got an EP. They're very As I Lay Dying sounding. And you even hear, like, I think, like, some ode, you know, some homage, how you say that, to As I Lay in there.
The Floor's Embrace.
Yeah, I think it's like a drunk thing. You know.
Okay.
I think that's like the point. Of course, the Anchor. This is a fucking easy one, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
They're good. I still gotta put them on. Like, I still have them in my list to put them on, because, like, I've heard most of their stuff, but I saved one song, like their top song, for a reaction video.
There, man, and I went up to Colorado Springs, and that's where I shot that video with them. Man, fucking hell! Like, I was really blown away at how, like, they're instant, bro. Like, as young as that band is in terms of, excuse me, as long as they've been together, those motherfuckers just queue up and they just get down, bro. Like, there was just no lack of energy. There's no lack of motivation, bro. Like, at a bigger venue, they're going to fucking hurt people, bro. That's all there is to it. Like, it's just going to happen. All right. So let's see. Wretched, or The Wretched.
Never heard of them.
No, don't do this to me, Keem. Come on, dog. All right, you got to write them down. Wretched, bro. Now they're a little heavy, but they're, like, almost blast metal in some spots. But then in the same breath, they're kind of Rings of Saturn-ish, and they get, like, real tech down. Speaking of tech,
I love it.
how about Archspire?
All right, I'm writing them down on my list.
You're killing me. All right. No, and I'm expecting you to throw some shit at me that I don't know, bro. And I'll have to definitely write these down, bro. But I'm curious, you know what I mean, to see what your thoughts are on these. This is just stupid, but I guess I wrote it down. Suicide Silence.
Okay, about Suicide Silence.
Talk to me, dog.
No. Okay. So I love Suicide Silence, but I was so into Mitch's vocals that like it imprinted on me. You know, so it's like hearing somebody else. Yeah, it's good, but it's like a change. You know what I mean? So it's like coming back to that band. It's different.
Right. Well,
I expect something.
Let's take Doris out of the picture, okay? Because I don't know what the fuck was going on there.
Throw that in the trash.
I mean, I get that all the bands are trying to grow. We talked about this, like getting softer as time goes on. But what the fuck, bro? Like that singer, bro, is, even though he's not Mitch, right? Like that fucking Diamonds jam on that one right after Mitch was fucking ridiculous. And then they go to Doris, and it's like, where'd y'all go?
I was like, they playing around. They was playing. They was like, gotcha. It happened.
Right. All right. So, As I Lay Dying, did I say that already? I think I fucking said that.
No, you didn't say As I Lay Dying, but of course As I Lay Dying.
Right. Gods, bro. The lead singer fucking killed somebody and he's already out of jail. Like, how much more metal can you fucking get, bro? Like, dude, he's a fucking...
I still love him.
Right. Like, fucking, I'd go to his show, like, tomorrow, bro. Just let me know if he's here.
Yeah.
All right. How about this little ditty? Between the Buried and Me.
I like Between the Buried and Me.
Okay.
Where they been? They quit?
No, I think they did one like called like Rainbows or Colors or something. I think it was Colors was the album, and it just got fucking weird. But I mean, what's not weird for those guys, you know? And for you guys listening, like they are the hardest metal you've heard, and at the same time they jump into like country and jazz and like funk, and you're like, how the fuck do you do that in one song, dog? You know?
They make it work. They made it work. Like, it sounds good.
Yeah, that was the thing that got me about that band, bro. Is I've never heard a band that can mix it up like that and then still like put out that album, and they probably sell, bro. I don't even know. I mean, metal's niche as hell, but that's like ridiculous, bro. Like the stuff they put out. All right, Black Dahlia.
Of course.
Let's see what else we got. Shit, I'm just gonna go crazy on you right now. What about Action Bronson? Just went left turn, bro. We just went rap on you. You listen to Action Bronson at all?
Never heard of him.
No. Oh, no, you got to check him out. Action Bronson. Yeah, for you guys listening, you're gonna listen to the Chairman's Intent, and it's gonna change your life just a little bit, bro. That dude's amazing. What about Drake, bro? You like Drake at all?
Who doesn't like Lil Drake? Come on now. Drake gets in your feelings a little bit.
What about Amine? Amine. Amine.
Yeah. He did Caroline, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good. I like him.
Yeah, I like that guy. I want to hear one that you don't like, bro. So you like Tyler the Creator, I'm sure?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Okay. What about the weird mumble rap shit, bro? Like, I like Future because he's not quite mumble, but like I get tired of the fucking wobble voice shit. You know, a little bit.
That's like what Migos. I really like Migos.
Okay.
Everyone likes who was it? Lil Uzi Vert? No.
Okay. No. What about Tekashi, bro? Come on.
Oh, yeah. It's like, all right. His music is, but I like him because he's funny. That guy is so funny.
Fuck yeah, he looks funny, dog.
Yeah, like he's only good for the memes.
Right.
That's all he's only good for.
All right, I got one that is a. I just fucking said it. It's not Bleeding Through. It's my homie's gonna hate me for forgetting this. So this band is a tribute. The name of the band is a tribute for another band that was the name of one of their songs. It's called the band is called Hester Preen. You ever heard them before?
They sound. I haven't heard of them, but they sound so familiar. It's like PREEN. YNE, right?
Yeah, and E. If you get a chance to check them out, you're gonna lose your fucking mind, bro. Like okay. So As Blood Runs Black did a song called Hester Preen, and then I don't know if it was an homage to them, but then Hester Preen is like a relatively new band. They fucking it blows your fucking mind, bro. Like that whole album, and it's just if anybody has ever wanted to play some shit after somebody gets broken up with, bro, you play that music. They just talk about horrible shit to women, like Chimera, bro. Chimera had some horrible shit they wanted to do to women, bro. Did you ever listen to Chimera?
Of course, they slap.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I know I'm jumping all over the place, bro, but I just thought this would be interesting for your listeners to see kind of like some of the shit that, like you're
I
into.
love it. Yeah, I love it, man.
What about the some OGs like Meshuggah or Meshuggah?
I haven't heard Meshuggah until until I had reacted to them. I listened to Believe.
That's right. I'm talking out of my ass. I remember watching that.
No, you good. That was good. And to think about how the guitarist is doing the same chug the whole song.
Right.
His forearms must be messed up or something. I don't know.
Tired.
I'm like, that hurts.
Well, I know they had issues fucking recreating that live because of the dance between the two guitarists, and it just like, some shows like the soundboard guy is fucking useless. So there's times when you can't even hear certain parts of the band. All right, so let's see what else we got. What about In Flames?
I've heard In Flames. Wait, I've heard In Flames. I'm trying to think of the song, but I have heard In Flames. They're like older, right? Like
yeah,
OG.
fuck yeah. Yeah.
I've heard In Flames.
Yeah, those guys have been around for a while. Trying to think of who else I can throw down that I've been missing. So all right, just for some mix ups. So like, what's a favorite band of yours that is broken up? So like Phil Ensemble, right? Pantera, which of course I'm sure that I get a thumbs up on Pantera, right? Right, get a thumbs up. Yeah, all right. Dubs. But he started a band late 90s called Down. Did you ever listen to Down?
No, I didn't listen to Down.
Bro, talk about some shit. Like, if you ever just want to sit back and smoke a joint and listen to some shit that's like this stoner rock shit, bro. Like, dude, like the album. So the first album was them like fucking around, like, all right, this isn't going to sell. And they actually got back together through Pantera before the second album dropped. And then, Phil fucking kicked his needle habits, and then fucking I think they lost Dime, and then Down 2 came out. They locked themselves inside of a barn called Nosferatu's Lair for 30 days and wrote this entire album. And it's called A Bustle in Your Hedgerow, which is an homage to Led Zeppelin, bro. And the album is just this funky, nasty shit. They just did drugs and drank and all kinds of dumb shit inside of this barn in the middle of Louisiana in the swamp, bro, and just made this fucking ridiculous music. But Phil Anselmo and then Rex, the bassist from Pantera, bro, put this together. So what's a good artist mashup like Hell Yeah, like the Mudvayne Crew and Pantera? Like, what's a good band that you like that's mixed up like that? Can you think of one?
That's mixed up. That's hard. That's mixed up. I can't think of one that's mixed. Hold on. That's mixed up. No, I can't even. I know I probably have like tons, but right now I can't think of a mixed up band. We'll come back to that question.
We'll come back to that. All right. Have you ever heard of the Devastated? They were a one album wonder. No? Okay. No. All right. You might want to write them down. They're good to listen to, but they're not together anymore. And then right on the heels of that, I'm gonna go with I always fuck the words up. Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza.
Everybody always tell me to listen to that, and I'm like, that doesn't even sound remotely good.
Oh, bro, it makes sense because it's a ridiculous name. It's like my podcast name, A Perch of Birds. Like, where the fuck did that come from? But I'll tell you the good thing about shit like that, when it's a long title that nobody's ever heard, nobody has the website for it, so it's easy as fuck.
That's true. That's true.
No, Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza is some of the hardest fucking music you've ever heard. And then the guitarist is a talented motherfucker, and he moved over to a band called Glass Clouds. Have you heard of those guys?
Absolutely, of course.
So the guitarist for Glass Clouds, I want to say it's the guitarist. No, I'm fucking up right now. The guitarist moved to Amir, the new Amir. That's not.
Yeah. What's this guy? The big black guy, right?
Yeah. Amir Band. I don't know. Fuck. Let me see if I can find it.
So he was in originally Tony Danza Tap Dance Revolution.
Yeah. It's fuck. What is his name now? I don't know. I think it's. I don't fucking know. Oh, I tried to look up. See, I need a. Do you listen to podcasts at all, bro? That's a whole nother conversation, but
Sometimes.
Okay. You listen to one of mine, bro. Thank you.
Yeah. I was like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah, bro. Joshua Travis is the guy's name. Joshua Travis. Yeah, he's a crazy motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, he's sick.
Where the fuck was I going with that? Oh yeah, so podcasts. So like Joe Rogan, he has an amazing podcast. If you've never listened to his shit, just pull some gems out of there, bro, and you'll be entertained. But he has a dude that sits there on Google, and when they're like talking, the dude's just like Young Jamie, and then he'll just pull it up and throw it on the TV, and then answers and shit. And I'm like lacking that, but I like these remote interviews because usually I go to people's houses or to a venue, and all I have is a laptop I'm recording on. So it's nice to have my other computer here, bro, and I'm fucking.
Yeah, remote.
yeah. So I think my next question would really be is like, do you have any bands that you'd want people to listen to that they're not getting enough love, bro? That really get down. I mean, is there somebody that you feel like is underrated, like fuck, that still slaps?
Absolutely. There's a lot of underrated bands that slap. For every big name, I can name a smaller band that's underrated that's better.
Because no shit.
These smaller bands, they give it their all, because they have nothing to lose. So they're like, yo, we're going to make this song slap.
Right.
So a band I've been listening to lately, which I just seen them, a week or so ago, I went to one of their shows, Backslide. Backslide is underrated. They're like hardcore. So
okay.
They're like a hardcore band. They got a lot of two-step, which I can't two-step, so I still listen, though. Backslide. Yeah. Shout out to Backslide. Get some more local bands. Grieve. They're Florida, but they need to release music if they listen to this podcast. Entombed in the Abyss slaps. You heard them?
I've heard them through you, bro, and I'm fucking about to download the album, bro. It's gonna happen. But I liked what I heard. I love. It's good. People want to talk shit, bro. But that style does not need to go away. I love that style, bro. It better not go hardcore with the drops, bro. It brings energy to those shows, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it absolutely does. What else? Who else? Let me look at my archives. Broadmoor. Have you heard Broadmoor? Broadmoor. Yeah. They're another Florida band who's been killing it.
You guys better be looking these people up and downloading their shit and spreading the support, all y'all listening.
Who else? I got Dead Awake. I don't know if you've seen my reaction where I got in the shower.
No. God damn it. I didn't do enough homework, bro. Like all your videos are so good, bro. I was trying to keep up, and like you've done so many in a short amount of time. I'm proud, and I'm going to listen to it. But Broadmoor, okay, or Dead Awake, my bad.
Yeah, Broadmoor, Dead Awake, Scattershot, everyone. Traders just released an album that is heavy. It'll make you punch a hole in your wall.
Traders like TRA or Schraders like SCH?
TRA, Traders.
Okay,
Traders,
we probably got a couple thousand miles between me and Keem right now, so y'all, just have to. Yeah. Sorry, it's a little fuzzy. Yeah. Okay, Traders.
Actually, a lot of bands. Yeah, Murkov. If you ever heard of Murkov, MURKOV, heavy.
Okay. All right. What about Conducting from the Grave?
Conducting from the Grave? Never heard of them.
Oh, bro. Crunchy. You're just fucking... Oh, the lows, bro. This motherfucker makes me want to... Oh, dude. Like, I just want to mosh myself. I don't even know where to go sometimes, Oh, before I forget, and I'm not trying to interrupt your shout out. What did you think of the new Bring Me the Horizon? The new, like, kind of weird, fancied out... Do you know Bring Me the Horizon?
Oh, I know them, all right. I used to love them. wronged them. The new stuff is not for me, man.
No, okay, but
It's just me personally. If I listen to a band when they originally started,
yeah,
and they're like, all right, and if they switch it up a little bit, I'm like, all right, that's fine. But if they go totally south,
right,
and they're just like a pop sensation and stuff like that, now it's like, huh, okay. I'm like,
come on, man. I mean, I guess I know that you don't want to use your platform for that purpose, but it would be good to see one that you're trying to listen, and you're like, fuck.
I actually have one on the way. Yeah, I have one of those videos on the way because everyone's seeing me so happy. Like this video, I'm like, I forced myself to listen to a song I don't like. I'm like, man. Wow.
That'd be like that'd be like Keem doing a country album, bro. I could just see pain. Oh, it hurts.
Yeah, like yikes.
All right, so Murkov, hit me again.
Ooh, Murkov, hit you with the Infurious. This is heavy. I'm just hitting you. I'm hitting you with some heavy hitters.
That's what I want to hear.
So you don't know what to do with yourself.
Okay.
Who else we got? I can't do some rap too.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You ever listen to Whit Lowry?
No. Wet Lowry?
Whit Lowry.
Okay.
It's like he has bars. He's like I would compare him. He's like he has like the old Eminem style.
Okay. Oh damn, that's saying something, bro. Especially coming from you, bro. How do you spell that?
Yeah, he has like that WITTLOWRY.
Got it.
Yeah, he's like he has emotion, but he sounds like young Eminem, and it's weird.
That's
but
cool.
He makes it work.
Yeah.
Token. Listen to Token.
Yeah, dude, I like Token, bro. I watched that guy come up, man, and so I don't know about underground, but on YouTube, he kind of blew up on YouTube, and I was hoping that he would go somewhere, bro, because that dude, he's got skills, dude, and he does those battles, and he'll come on and just spit, bro, and it's like those freestyles is where you've got an artist, bro. When you watch those guys, like they'll just come out, and especially being a white dude, bro, like it's just like like it's usually a little more pressure than most would get, I would think. You know what I mean?
Hey, he absolutely deserves it. He absolutely deserves it, though.
No, he absolutely does. What do you got on have you heard of To Kill Achilles?
They sound super familiar.
I'm not super big on all screamo, and I love these guys. If you guys listen to this, I love you guys, but the vocals don't really fluctuate at all. Like he's just in that motherfucking microphone like hard, but they're from Ireland, I think, and dude, they're just they're angry towards women as well. Somebody fucking broke some hearts there, bro, because that music is tough, dog.
Isn't that 90% of the bands?
This is true. Those them ladies are fueling an industry here,
Absolutely.
Let me see. I got Shoot the Girl First. That's another one that's like an up and comer. Yeah, have you heard that? Okay. Yeah. Nice. That's new for me, bro. I'm glad that I got one that's got some Keem approval. Blessing a Curse.
Absolutely. I shouted it out.
Okay. Nice. Fuck yeah.
That's my boys.
My bad. Go. We'll do this a few more, and then we'll be done with our little shout out festival. I just thought this would be interesting for the podcast. You know what I mean? Get people to just
absolutely be like, hey, check out the podcast. I might have named your band.
Right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, dog. That's awesome.
Shout out to Filth, if you ever heard them.
Filth?
Filth.
Straight up. All right. No,
Straight up Filth.
Sounds like it's dirty.
It's dirty.
Did they have that crazy writing, bro, like Infinite Annihilator does, where it's like filth?
We can't even understand it? Absolutely.
Of course.
That's how you know it's gonna be good.
Right? You're like, what is it? No, I don't even need to know any backstory. I saw the album cover. It's good. Just put it in.
And then two more off my dome. Before I Turn. Oh, they're good.
Before I Turn. Just sounds amazing.
It's dirty.
And then you said you had one more?
And then Alpha Virus off the
Alpha
dome.
Virus. Oh, damn, bro.
Yeah.
All these sound fucking amazing. There's all kinds of zombie and vampire sounding shit. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of The Browning?
Oh,
right.
I heard of The Browning.
my boy Emilio got me into them. Shout out to Emilio, bro. That dude fucking he's all about that group, bro. Like absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna rapid fire like 3 of them and then I'm done, bro. So there's Revocation. Revocation is amazing. They're another one that you can't even fucking understand the album. Like I don't even know what I'm looking at, you know. And then if you got we're crisscrossing, and that's cool because that's what I think me and Keem are about, bro. Cess Crew, they're under Tech Nine's label. You ever heard of those guys? It's a duo of rappers.
No.
CESCRU. Every one of their albums is fucking lit, bro. Like fuck.
All you had to say they was on the Tech Nine. That's all you had to say.
Yeah,
That's all you had to say.
And I'm sad because the Tech Nine's coming with a bunch of his crew through his label, but they're not bringing Cess Crew, bro. And they're like they're old like Kansas City rap style, bro. Like just fucking yeah, dude. Like they get down, man. I feel like murdering people and robbing shit when I'm listening to their music, bro. And Logic, right? Logic. Come on.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Absolutely. God. I followed him ever since before. Was it? I think it was Undeniable.
Okay.
It was like when he dropped mixtapes, not albums, mixtapes. Yeah.
Right.
I used to be Logic.
That was before that young Sinatra era, bro. Because like all of his stuff is fucking stupid. And my last metal one I'm gonna throw out there, and I feel bad because there's so many fucking amazing bands, but of course the podcast is only so long. There's one called Hiss from the Moat, and
nope, never heard of them.
They're ridiculous, bro. I think they're Russian, if I'm correct. And it's only and it's like 10 songs, 30 minutes, bro. And they just fucking, you just feel like crying a little bit when you listen to the lyrics and shit. But Horror to the Mother of Death is a fucking amazing track. Yeah. And then Caduceus. Oh my, anyways. All right. So that's my side. You got any more you want to throw out there, Doc?
I'm good. That's good up the door. Yeah, I'm good for now, man.
That's cool, bro. So, okay. So what does the future hold for Hardcore Keem? Talk to me, bro. What can you tell me about that you got in the works that your listeners can look forward to?
More reactions. I'm gonna start bringing skits into it, man. I'm gonna just whatever comes to mind, I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna come up with a scheme, and I'm just gonna do it. Because I definitely want to broaden the channel and not just focus on like reactions, because after a while reactions go, okay, it's a reaction. But yeah, people like it, but to me, that'll get like kind of boring if I don't mix it up.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. Well,
I'm just trying to get fresh, man.
I had an idea that I thought you might like. Black Dahlia kind of did some of this, but it was just for their newest album. It was just like a little thing. But I think it'd be interesting for you to just find random fucking people walking around and then just be like, hey, put these headphones on. Tell me what you think of this, and just get their, you know what I mean? And then just like, and you could, if you could find a way to like maybe play it on a Bluetooth speaker and then just start fucking raging, bro. Just start raging, you know? There's a band called Cyborg Octopus that the dude he'll walk around the bassist and he'll play by himself, not the whole band, but Cyborg Octopus. If you got to write them down, bro, you'll love Cyborg Octopus. Yeah, you'll love those motherfuckers. But the dude will sit there and play his bass and then play like off of a loudspeaker in the middle of the street. And it's this heavy fucking metal, bro. And he's just walking around with, you know, like deep in that bass, bro. You know, and he's just in people's faces like, what do you think? You know, like,
Oh, that's awesome. That's actually a good idea. Walk around, tell people to listen to other people's music, be like, hey, what you think about this?
Right.
Like, yeah.
Or then maybe some rap in there too, bro. It could happen, bro. I don't see why not. I mean, like, I feel like it's super hard to find. I'm going to piss a lot of people off saying this, but I feel like everybody that doesn't have the ability to play an instrument thinks that they're a good rapper, bro. Or not like everybody, but you'll hear like some rappers and they're like, this is my shit, you know? And then they're like, I've been working on this for 10 years and this is my EP. And then they put it out and it's like, what did you do?
Yeah.
You know, but
or everybody thinks that. Everybody thinks that, oh, rapping is easy. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna make a living off of rapping out of nowhere. I'm like,
right.
Okay.
The dude that puts a booth in his house, bro, and then he like has shirts made and tattoos put on him for his like made up label, bro. And it's like, dog, you're still in your trailer though. You're in the corner. I seen you in the corner. Are you selling me a CD in 2019? Don't sell me a CD, bro. There's Spotify for that shit. What are you doing to me?
Oh, stop.
Well, fuck yeah, bro. This has been amazing, bro. Do you have anything that I might have missed that you want to tell the people that are listening, bro?
Yo, check out more of his podcasts. After this, I'm gonna start listening to more of his podcasts because this was an absolute blast.
I appreciate that, bro, very much, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. And follow his Facebook page. You got an Instagram and everything?
Yeah, it's all under APOB, or it's either under A Perch of Birds Media or APOB Media. It's either one. So Facebook is APOB Media. Instagram is A Perch of Birds Media. It's fucking long as fuck, but everybody remembers that name, bro.
Hey, but check out more of the podcast. Show some love. It's Hardcore Keem approved.
Ooh, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, iTunes reviews for me are beautiful. They're like YouTube subscribers for my boy Keem. And make sure that you guys are subscribing to Keem's YouTube channel. Almost said podcast, bro. Fuck it. We'll do another one, bro. We'll just start doing a series.
I'm down for it, actually.
Dude, that'd be gangster. So we got so Akeem is on Facebook.com/Hardcore Keem. He's on Instagram.com/Hardcore Keem. He's on hardcorekeem.bigcartel.com, and you can pick up some shirts. And you only have one on there, and it's sold out. Are you going to update that with some new shirts? Where's that at, bro?
Yeah, I actually have another line coming soon. It's gonna be, everyone's gonna love this one because it's like a throwback. It's another throwback.
Okay.
So.
Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, I'm excited. I'm going to pick up a shirt, bro, and I'm going to do some social media love. I'm going to get that done. I'm trying to make some shirts myself, and I'll shoot you one, bro, because I feel like me and you could definitely, I see us collabing in the future.
Hey, I'm ready for it. Me too. We bounce off each other very well.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it.
I think so. We just need to fucking figure out the microphone situation. Like I'm hoping this will be my first like fully videoed podcast. But this thing is supposed to be what I'm using, and y'all can see I'm using this thing. So shout out to fucking Afterglow or whoever the fuck made this, because out of 3 tries, the gaming headset worked. Fucking Electro voice. God damn it. So, hell yeah, bro. Well, this was a blast, man. I appreciate you coming on. Make sure you guys check out Hardcore Keem on YouTube. That's where you guys can show the most love. Check out his reaction videos. And then look for this guy possibly doing some shit out in the field at some shows, doing some spinning and dancing. Don't kick him in the head. Just, maybe give him a good shoulder to, hey. All right.
Absolutely, man.
I appreciate you, brother. You have a good one, man.
All right, you too, man. Appreciate it.